we're supposed to be talking about gardening. But
Yes, we are.
I really want to talk about how you know
No, we're not going to talk about that right now. I'm supposed to go to Florida next week. We're going to see what happened. Hang out with Robin Mead, Samantha Moore, and Christy Paul. Okay. Well, we used to all work together one time.
Christy
Two
Paul was
of
here.
us used to work here.
Yeah.
And actually 3 of us. So, yeah, we're supposed to go. Unfortunately, something showed up. It's called, well, Hurricane Irma. What is it? Irma? Irma. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to get it all straight.
Yeah, okay, so what are we supposed to do with our yards right
You know what? All I do is garden. Take a look at your grass right over here, folks. It is starting to become what we call rye season. And this is the time of year we go ahead and put down what we call a perennial ryegrass. There it is right there, folks. And this is what it looks like. You're going to put down approximately 1 to 2 pounds of this per 100 square feet to have a green lawn out here in the desert Southwest. Let me throw this out here in the lawn area before it gets in the garden because I don't want it sprouting back up. But you're going to be slowly lowering your lawnmower over the next 2 to 3 weeks. You're going to let that grass kind of die back. And what I mean by that, you're going to actually hold off that water for about every 2 to 3 to 4 days. And then slowly lower that lawnmower. Once you have soil exposed, that's going to give you that seed to soil contact, and you're on your way towards putting that seed down, a little bit of compost on top, and then of course a little bit of water, about 3 to 5 times per day. That's a lot of water, but just a little spritz, because you know what happens?
What?
A dry seed to dead seed.
Oh.
So you want to keep that in mind, so don't let it dry out. And of course there's a lot of other things going on in the garden. Get those vegetables in. Folks, if you are thinking about putting a vegetable garden in right now, about 3 weeks ago, you remember when I was saying, hey, you need to get those gardens ready?
Yep.
Now it's time to start planting those gardens. There it is. There's some lettuce and kale and broccoli and cabbage, some spinach in there, and of course one of my favorite, arugula. All these do very well. You can see them all through here. Now once you put these guys in, it is still a little bit hot, right? So again, you're going to need something else. Water. So you need to water them about 2 times a day. Keep them damp, not extremely wet, until they're established, which is going to take 2 to 3 weeks again. And then once that's done, well, it's starting to cool off enough, and you're going to be on your way towards a nice, what we call fall garden. Here's some other seeds you want to put in right here. And all these seeds need to go in right now, folks. If you're not thinking about doing it, do it and go out there and get it. There's some leeks and onions, of course, some more root vegetables right there, some carrot and beets. These do very well out here in the desert Southwest. And for that matter, these will last a fairly long time, especially your carrots. And then of course some dill and cilantro, all those can go in. These are all cool weather type plants. You notice we're talking about root and leaf type vegetables here. Those are the type of vegetables that normally go in. We also eat the flowers, so there's some broccoli in there. And then one of my favorite, I gotta show it off, I show it off all the time. My father put me on this, broccoli rapini. There it is. For anybody that can't grow anything in the garden, this is one you can grow. Gives you everything you can use for it, from salads to cooking type vegetable to everything. It is an excellent, easy plant to grow. One other one that no one can miss out on is, of course, our bright light Swiss chard, folks.
You love Swiss chard.
I love it, because you know why? It'll last up to 2 years in the garden. Then it starts bolting, reseeds itself, so it creates that what we call perpetual garden. And look at how beautiful it is. We've got some growing right back there by the past the geraniums right there. Speaking of geraniums, folks, petunia, geraniums, all your different types of seeded type flowers, your cosmos, your flax, your bachelor button, all can go in right now. Last but not least, those snapdragons and zinnias, all those need to go in. When you're planting this stuff, folks, keep in mind, lots of compost in the garden. I was going to show you all my worms. Do I have time? Hold on this.
Worms?
Worms! I gotta show my worms. Look at these guys. I gotta show you.
No.
Come here. There they are right there. Look at these guys growing in there. This is what you got for a great garden soil, and this is the type of stuff to grow. You okay?
You know, I don't like worms.
Get the respirator out of here, folks. It's bad, but there it is right there, folks. This is what you want to see in your garden. And that's what they look like. They are excellent for your garden soil. Bob, go down to our soil down there. It's taken me a long time to grow this.
It's time to go to break.
I'm going to put him right here.
It's time to go to break. I gotta go. I gotta go. Here.
There we go.
Goodbye.
Worms, gardening, everything else. It's a great day to get out there and do it right now. Bye, Lena.
Bye.